Yeah. What's up, everybody? This is Doggie Diamonds, and you know, for only $100, I promote whatever you need on my social medias and my website. That means my Twitter, Facebook, Insta stories, YouTube community, and www.doggydiamondstv.com. Hit me up on Instagram at Doggie Diamonds for your promo. Serious inquiries only. Must be Cash App ready. Might do Zelle, but that about it. So if you need promotion, you already know who to see. Let's get it. Yeah, I meant to come on here earlier, but I couldn't make it earlier. I was doing stuff. Then I was walking through my neighborhood and somebody was cooking out. I smelled some good food off the grill. So I said, you know what? I gotta go get me some cookout food tomorrow. So tomorrow I'm going to the supermarket, get me some charcoal, get me some stuff to have me my little cookout. You know what I'm saying? That got to happen. So without any further ado, I'm Doggie Diamonds. As you follow in, make sure you hit that like button. I promise you this is about to be a very, very, very explosive show. We've been on the roll. We've been doing our numbers. Salute to y'all for always supporting. But as you file in, make sure you hit that like button. It's very, very important. So, without any further ado, I present myself. See, me always trying to stop stuff on beat. It's just like that. Then, you know, I want it to come. So, yeah, what's up, everybody? I'm Doggie Diamonds. This is Doggie Diamonds TV. You know what I do here. I interview people. Me and Karim Bliss Johnson have builds. Sometimes I build by myself. I build with him. But I interview people. That's what I do. You know, so, okay. Introduce yourself to the people.
Peace and love, everybody. To the kings and queens, goddess and goddesses. It's your boy, Darealyoungbred, a.k.a. Dwayne Hendricks, a.k.a. Brother Harry Root from United Streets of America.
So United Streets of America, what is that?
United Streets of America is the brainchild of myself and OG Bridie from Carver Park Compton Crip. Okay. And basically, it was a means at first for us to establish a reading program in the federal prison system. And then, you know, as he and I got to know each other and my books started to gain notoriety, we started to build on other ideas, you know, and things that we wanted to do to affect the culture, empower the next generation, and move the goalposts, as you like to say, back to where it's supposed to be.
Got you. So you are mainly you just got on the YouTube, but you're mainly on Clubhouse.
So I've been on YouTube on my personal platform for a while, okay. But we just we started the YouTube first, actually, and then we started picking up momentum more on Clubhouse based on some of the topics and based on the fact that I think a lot of the G's that's from the streets, they don't like to get on these cameras, you know what I mean? But they'll do the Clubhouse thing because they could be more inconspicuous or whatever. So we started picking up momentum. And then, you know, I think we had a couple of rooms that went viral based on the content, you know, based on who we was addressing, I guess you could say, in some of the rooms.
Okay, so shout out to the homie Cash who connected us a little while back. That's my guy from Brooklyn.
That's a fact.
I knew Cash for, we go way back. You know what I'm saying? We go way back, early 90s. So I've known him for a very, very long time. And he was just like, yo, my homie, you gotta give him my homie, you gotta give him my homie, you gotta give him my homie. So I'm like, all right, so me and you end up building on the phone and just built our own rapport. Now we don't even got Cash in the mix no more, so we gotta shout him out, but we got our own rapport. And you was putting me on to a lot of stuff that over the course of time the audience is gonna be like, wow, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
So we'll
shout out to Cash, man. That's another one of my big brothers, man.
Yeah. So we'll give it to them little by little. So we'll start today. So we're gonna go straight off the title, and it says, "What is your issue with Wack 100. We're gonna go down the names. What's your issue with Wack 100?
Okay. So, and for me, it ain't even really an issue. It's just more so me being aware of the things that I'm aware of. And Wack is just an agent provocateur, you know, and he's doing a lot of disrespectful things. He's doing things that, you know, in my observation anyway, it's like he is doing a whole bunch of stuff to try to justify his business dealings with the rap. You know what I'm saying? So it's like he's trying to point the finger at everybody he can to take the attention off of, you know, what he actually involved with in the type of things that he got going. You know, and it's, from my vantage point, it's some sucker shit based on the fact that, you know, you claiming everything that you claiming and you putting everything on Pyru 1 minute, but then you a businessman the next. So I'm a businessman. I ain't in the streets no more, but I don't go against the morals and the codes that I learned in the street. You know what I'm saying? Because that's a part of the fabric that made me who I am. You know, so principles should never change. You should never bend a fold on the principles that you stand for. And, you know, with everything that he be doing, it's just sucker shit. And, you know, him saying something about gangster, that was the last straw for me. You know what I'm saying? Because you saying what you saying, and, you know, you trying to find a win in a loss. And you should just take your loss and move on and do your business. But you got called out by the homie Brady, and you couldn't say nothing about the homie Brady, and he the one who really went in on you. You called all around the city of LA trying to find somebody to put some smut on him, and you couldn't do that. So to save face with your little minions and your little suckers that you got around you all the time that's licking your ass crack, you trying to say something about another big homie when you know in all actuality, you 100% petrified of this man in real life, you know? So, you know, since he always doing what he be doing, I'm offering the celebrity boxing. Me and Wack 100, let's line it up. I saw you fight with the two white boys on YouTube. You can't fight worth a damn. I take it easy on you. I won't beat you up too bad. You know what I mean? But you ain't gonna be disrespecting the big homie like that. So that's the bottom line. That's why I draw the line.
So as they say, run the fade. That's what you trying to say? Run that fade?
Yeah, let's go ahead and run that fade. Let's do it for the culture, man. Let's make some money off of it. I mean, you in touch with Bob. Bob know how to get in touch with Snoop. Snoop got the people at Triller. You know what I'm saying? I'm pretty sure Doggie knows somebody in New York that got a line on 50. Or somebody could get Floyd involved, whatever. We could do it for the culture.
So
nice little go-around exhibition. You claim you about money, so let's get some money.
So what about the people that might say, well, who are you? You just clout chasing. You you just trying to get some money. You ain't a celebrity, so how it's going to be a celebrity boxing match? Because, you know,
I'm not a celebrity by choice. I done turned down all kinds of situations, you know what I'm saying? And I'm solidified in the world that I live in. You know, I got 4 books right here that I already wrote. You know what I'm saying? Like, I does what I do, and because I'm not one of them people that's a fame whore or clout chase or whatever, that's why I could stand on the things that I stand on and say what I say. You know?
So, what was it? So was it basically that situation with Gangsta that really was the last straw, or was it just an accumulation of things? Because he's basically on Clubhouse. So, like, what are some of the things that he said to you, said that you heard that you thought was just outlandish?
Well, this is what I'll say about it, right? And I was giving him the benefit of the doubt because when we had the room, he said something that I didn't think about at first. So I thought about it and I was like, damn, he might be right about that. Because when people are looking at these clips that they take on YouTube, you don't know what room it was in. You don't know how he got in that room. You don't know what the title of the room is or none of that. So all you hear is the audio and the explanation of whoever is drawing the narrative on their YouTube channel about what happened. So when he came in our room and he was talking about the situation with, I think it was the Roddy Ricch and Yael situation, that was something that I wasn't thinking about, that wasn't his room and that wasn't his people initially in that room that was doing all that. So I kind of fell back that night in the room, and then Brady was saying, give him a pass. So we gave him a pass. So one of the things that I didn't like is that he went that night into another room and started talking like, you know, he was just like, he said, I felt like Rocky Balboa because all them niggas was coming at me. And once you know, Brady kind of eased up on him, that's the big homie. So I ain't gonna go against the big homie. So if the big homie ease up on you, I'ma ease up on you. You know what I'm saying? But it's the way we do everything. And homie be out there calling men bitches and inviting people to his private parts, telling them he gonna whip their ass and all that type of stuff. But it's funny to me, it's like, you so tough, but you pick and choose who you gonna say that to and who you gonna act that way towards. Because if you was all that shit that you say that you is, why you didn't say that to the one dude that was calling you a mark, a buster, a bitch, and everything else? You see what I mean? So it's like, it's just, to me, it's just some cornball shit, and it need to be addressed. And especially now, after this last situation where he said what he said to OG Gangster, man, we ain't letting that fly.
Okay. So, would you do another Clubhouse room and invite him in, or is past Clubhouse now? Where are we going with it?
I mean, that would be a call that would be up to the big homies. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's all on Melly Mel, Brydog, and Gangsta, what they want to do. All I'm saying is that we could go ahead and get some money. You know what I mean? Like, for real, like, I like to do that. You know, I'm an athlete my whole life. So, you know, I like to do that. So, you know, since he Tony Tough nigga any other time. So, you know, I ain't a gangster. I ain't a B, I ain't a C, I ain't a GD, I ain't none of that. I'm just a man, homie. So, you know, I'm a real one. But let's go ahead and line it up.
Shout out to Melly Mel in the building. The Hood Postman is definitely in the building. Shout out to Melly Mel. Make sure y'all subscribe to his YouTube also. So, okay, that's Wack. You know, that's probable and possible. I guess, you know, it's gonna get through the wire, and then, you know, he gonna respond. How he respond.
See, that's the point. That's why I'm saying it, because he ain't got no choice but to respond when somebody say that. You know what I mean? So it's like you try to avoid dealing with the one who you know you couldn't say nothing back to. You know, when OG said there's nobody who could check me when it comes to this crip. Right?
I'm uncheckable. That's what he said verbatim. I'm uncheckable.
Right. So see, he did his little call arounds and everything else, you know, and you know you got on the phone with the big homie and you tapped out. So if you tapped out to the big homie, just let it go. Don't try to go and say something bad about Gangsta, because Gangsta is the same petty. Like when you talk about Melly Mel, Brydog, Gangsta, that's them dudes. Everybody know them. You know what I'm saying? So you trying to find any little thing to say because you've been exposed. You've been exposed. You ain't none of what you say you is. You know? And Brydog even told him that you met Suge because I told Pooh Rider to go rap for Suge after I had punked Suge in the state pen. You know, so Brydog was the one. When the first time I met T. Rogers, rest in heaven to the elder T. Rogers, Brydog was telling T. Rogers the story about how he punked Suge and told Suge, get the fuck out of here. Right? T. Rogers was like, oh, that was you. We heard about that. See what I'm saying? So Brydog is the person who told Pooh Rider to go rap for Suge. You see what I mean? And he told Pooh Rider to go and tell him I'm coming over there. So Pooh Rider went and rapped for Suge, and Suge told him right then and there he was gonna put him on. So that's how Wack done said it a bunch of times. That's how he met Suge. You see what I mean? So he already know the pedigree of the dude he dealing with.
Hmm.
So you can't say nothing about him and what he said to you and how he checked you, because his video, the one that went viral.
Yeah, he's the one who said he was a mark and a buster and all that. I saw that.
And even told him that on the phone.
Hmm.
You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Like, so it's like, enough of the bitch shit, homie. You know what I'm saying? Enough of the playing the games because like really me beating your ass could save you from something else bad happening to you.
Damn.
You see what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So that you know, I'll just leave it at that. But you know,
yeah,
you running your mouth a little bit too much about the wrong people.
Got you. So moving down the list, you gave me a list.
So
Charleston White. What's your issue with Charleston White?
Again, it ain't even an issue. It's the same thing. He another version of Wack 100.
Hmm.
You know what I mean? And me personally, I lived in Fort Worth, Texas for almost 4 years. And the person who he stole his blueprint from, Abdul Chappelle, is the real activist down there that was a real leader from Como. That's really a seed from down there. There's really a figure from down there that organized the first peace treaty. At that particular time, Fort Worth had became the murder capital. You know, so I know the whole history and the whole story about that. Shout out to Lil Evil and my homie Mad Pumpkin, aka Neighborhood Real, because you know the homies done told me straight up, like, dude used to be a bum. He used to be outside the club begging for money. You know, so that's why you bragging about your house and what you got now, because you ain't never had that. You know, so it's just, again, it's just some old sucker shit. And it's like, you out here, you saying all of these different polarizing things to get attention, you know, and you trying to make it something that it don't have to be, because you always are trying to appeal to the senses of people who don't know no better. You see what I'm saying? Like, when he talk about a lot of the stuff that he talk about, he using psychology, and then you say all of these different things that you say, but when somebody run up on you, oh, homie, I'm a character, homie. That's my character, homie. Same thing Wack told Brady, by the way. Oh, yeah, that's a character. So you ain't comfortable being who you really is? You see, think about that, doggy. Like, think about what that means, the psychology of that. You can't be anything in the world based on who you really are. So you're making up a character. You see what I'm saying? So, you know, it's corny. And again, it's like, it's causing more harm than it is good when you rag on your own people, when you talk about your people in such disparaging ways. The only reason ain't that happened to you because everybody know you the police.
Damn. So with Charleston, what was it that really bothered you with him? Because some of the things I've interviewed him before. I can say when I interviewed him, when he was on my platform, he was very articulate. He wasn't in that mode. We was doing business with him that ended up not working out, and everything, you know, didn't go you know, awry. But I like, I ain't gonna front, I like some of the things he have to say. So, you know, what is it the exact issue? Because I understand what you're saying, the character, but then how he articulated was the characters what draws people in. But when you really, because he went on the Big Facts podcast and he wasn't in character. He was just all 100 throughout the whole interview. Did you see that interview that he did with them?
I didn't, but you know, you ain't gonna play with Big Bang. I know Big Bang.
Yeah, definitely.
You know, like, I know, like, Big Bang. We bumped into each other back in the day when Alley Boy was just coming up, and he had a song called "I Stepped My Game Up" or "I Stepped My Chain Up" or something like that, and they was performing it. And at the time, I was moving around in the music industry, and I had a lot of momentum going because I had just came out with a mixtape that did a lot of numbers underground, you know, but they kind of like from the east side of the city. I'm from, you know, Bankhead of the West Side. You know what I mean? That's where I was at in the city. So we didn't really bump into each other on a day-to-day. But when I met him, you know what I mean, he was solid when I met him. You know what I mean? And he asked me some questions at the time, and I gave him some advice. And I'm real happy to see where he is now in the game and how far they done went. But he the type of dude, you ain't just finna come in there and just play with him like that. See, you could do that with dudes who just doing a podcast or whatever, but you ain't finna go on his show and play with him like that.
He stood on the square a little bit with some things though. He didn't Bank was laughing at him, but he was who he was there. I ain't gonna front. He was saying he'll tell on people, he will, and Bank questioned him on that, and he didn't. He was who he was. So I give him credit for that, you know, and I think it's at the point with him that if you do beat him up, some people might be happy, but then, you know, with some,
I don't even want to fight Charleston White.
No, I ain't talking about you. I'm talking about Bank or anybody. If somebody do put hands on him, it's almost like, man, why you do that to him? You know what I'm saying? You know, you understand what I'm saying? Like a lot of times, that's what happens with a lot of people. But like I said, something about him, and I'm gonna give him credit, is very compelling. It's very, very compelling. Now, again, some people sound smart to dumb people. You know what I'm saying? I always say that, like, yo, yeah, he sound intelligent to people who don't know no better. For people who know better, you don't really sound all that intelligent. That's that brother polite shit. You know what I'm saying? But what I'm saying is,
and we got to put an H in front of that. It's really whole life.
Yeah, that too. So with Charleston, he's something that we never saw before. But you're saying that there's an origin of it, but you got to think in this internet world, it's something that we never saw before. And it's compelling. I ain't gonna front it. It's compelling. And how he won me over is that he had the ability to make me laugh with some of that shit. Shit was funny. Right. You know what I'm saying? Especially with the Johnny Dang. You know, certain things that's funny to me. Like, I'm like, yo, but I can't say I agree with a lot of his ideologies. I can't say that's right and exact, but his spill is put together well. You know what I'm saying? His justification, just like Wack, his justification in his spill is put together well, so I can understand why people like it. But continue though.
Right. And you see, you just hit the nail on the head, man. You know what I mean? Like, some people sound real intelligent to people who ain't thinking right. You know what I mean? So that's all it is, bro. Like, at the end of the day, Charleston White is not very intelligent at all. He is just monopolizing off of a space. You know, he saw an avenue that worked for him, and he's trying to occupy that space for as long as he can. But basically, he's just a different version of a troll, you know. And with some of the things that he's done, so you know, myself and OG Brady, we actually was the ones that went out to Texas, and we actually sat down with his homie. You know what I mean? And talked to some of the people in his circle. So we really know what's going on.
Who is this homie? Which one? Could you say his name? Dewberry. Shout out to Dewberry. I fuck with Dewberry too. I met Dewberry in person in LA. Shout out to Dewberry.
Yeah, so you know, me and Dewberry, you know, me and him, even after everything that happened, me and him had a conversation, and me and him cool. You know what I'm saying? He talked to Brady, and him and Brady cool, and we understand that that's his homeboy. He taking up for his homeboy or whatever, but deep down, he really don't agree with a lot of the shit that dude do.
But do you realize that a broke clock is right twice a day? And as long as he speaks to some of the situations that people might want to say, then he gonna win, because everybody has an issue with the gang situation. You know what I'm saying? But everybody can't articulate that. Everybody can't say, man, fuck the gangs, because they don't want to get their head cut off. So the fact that he's being the sacrificial lamb for a lot of stuff, he's almost going to get martyred. If something happened to him, he's martyred. For real, for real.
So dig this, right? Doggie Diamonds, I got an issue with the gang thing.
Okay.
Right? Right now in Atlanta, they gang banging in Atlanta, homie.
Word?
I don't like that at all.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? Because Atlanta was never a gang bang city like that.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like back in the day, we had some crews in the A, you know, but it was all about getting money in Atlanta. We the players, you know what I'm saying? It was about being fly and getting money. You know, and Atlanta's a real small, tight-knit city, you know? So it wasn't about gang banging and none of that, you know, but now almost every gang is in Atlanta, you know, and we've had a couple weekends that it's been a whole bunch of shootings in one weekend, like Chicago or some shit, you know. So I got certain issues with what's going on. You know, Brady got issues with what's going on. Gangsta got issues with what's going on. Bodacious Bub, Melly Mel, all of the OGs that I talked to, Melvin Farmer, they don't like what's going on, you know, but it's a way you do certain things. And sometimes it ain't what you say, it's how you say it. The dude actually talks like he actually hates his people. You see what I'm saying? So then it becomes an issue where you have to start asking yourself, like, who sent you?
Yeah, I always say that anyway about everybody. Yo, who sent you? Like, how you got in here? Like, what's really your motive? What's your purpose?
Right. And you know, from what I understand, he got some ties to some people that's real heavy in the Republican Party out that way and some more stuff. You know what I mean? So it ain't no telling where his funding came from and how this whole PR machine got behind it. You know what I mean? But I don't respect it. You know, and at some point, somebody got to take a stand and draw a line in the sand and end the madness.
Got you. So we took care of Wack. We anything else with Charleston? Because I know you tapped in with Melvin Farmer and you know, Ayatollah Marv. Yeah. And did you like the way that situation went down?
Absolutely not. Okay. You know, that's another thing, man. Like, you know, in the South, man, we talk first and foremost, you respect your elders, homie. Like, I don't care how wrong the elders is, you still show them respect. You know, and no matter how much you don't agree with somebody, you can agree to disagree. You know, you don't storm out the room and yell at people and act like a little kid. That's bitch shit, bro.
But again, like I said, I think where he does get his stripes is that he be standing on that shit he be saying in person. Yeah,
because you know ain't nobody gonna do that to him.
Yeah, I mean, you know, again, so my thing is, why sit with him in the first place if you can't do nothing? That's my thing.
Yeah, I think everybody's starting to learn that.
Yeah, like why sit with him? You know what I'm saying?
Everybody's starting to learn that because, you know, with some of the things that's been told to me by some of the OGs and everything else, if you put your hands on him or you do something to him, you go into prison forever.
Well, he said that though. He ain't make it. He ain't hide that. He was like, "Yo, I'm calling the cops on you."
Yeah, but the FBI probably right around the corner anyway, man. They probably following this cat everywhere he go, man. He their favorite boy.
Damn it. All right, so we could move on from that. T.I., you from Atlanta?
Yeah, so I'm originally from South Georgia, but I lived in Atlanta almost 20 years. Okay. And I got my name in the A, like the name bread came from the A. One of the meanings of bread is pancake riding equals destruction. You know what I mean? So that's why I got my name in the streets, and that's why I hustled at. And you know, like I said, I was moving around real tough in the music industry. At one point, I owned 4 recording studios, different places in Atlanta. And I just know a whole lot about the history and some of the figures and everything else. And with this particular situation, I was going to let a lot of it pass and a lot of it slide, but he's trying to get involved with the Wayne Williams case and Atlanta child murders, man. I ain't going for that.
So, all right, give us a little bit. So, where you said where you was from in Atlanta, where did you live in Atlanta?
Well, I lived all over Atlanta, but I got my name on the west side, Zone 1, 30318. That's a fact. Bankhead, Bolden Road.
So that's where he's supposed to. That's where say he's from, right? Him and Shorty Low. Ain't they from that same place?
Shorty Low, R.I.P. to the legend.
Okay.
But goddamn, it must be two sides.
Hmm.
You know, so everything Low was saying was right and exact. Like, dude ain't from the West Side. Dude lived in Clayton County, man. Ren's Crossing, right across from Riverdale Middle, home. You know, and since T.I. got out there, Tip Drill, T.I. the informant, since he got out there and act like he could whip Floyd, we could do the celebrity boxing too.
You might outweigh him though, man. Ain't he like a buck? I give him a $150, right?
I'll cut weight.
Damn. What did T.I. do? Why you mad at T.I.?
I told you, bro. Like, for one, you a sucker.
Damn.
You know, you a whole lollipop. And then, like, it's this misrepresentation of, you know, where I got a name at. You know what I'm saying? Where, you know, some of my guys' blood, sweat, and tears at. You dig what I'm saying? So that's part of it. But then, you know, for everything that had panned out the way it panned out with the whole Shawty Low thing, when Shawty Low was really a real street legend from the west side of Atlanta, you know, and everything that Shawty Low was saying was the truth. But more than that, when like we get down to it, like I said, you know, I done wrote books and everything else, bro. When I got out of the streets, I evolved and I got on my activism and my political and my spiritual journey. You know what I mean? So to see a cornball like him trying to jump in lanes that ain't his to occupy, and 1 minute you with Iggy Azalea and the next minute you dressed up as Huey P. Newton, you know what I mean? Like, you ain't finna wear that type of costume around me and not represent the city that I love like that. And then you damn sure ain't finna come get involved with the Atlanta child murders, and I done had my life threatened and my daughter life threatened.
We gonna get into that on another bill. So okay, let me ask you this: have you ever crossed paths with him, and do you know him personally?
Yeah, I met him at Patchwork Studio when he was working on his album. The last night he was working on his album, and he was coming out the back, and I was walking in the back. And when you go in the Patchwork Studio from the backside, they got this office, right? And it's a reception area. Then it's a hallway you go into, and when you get into this hallway, it's like Boys the Men, TLC, Jay-Z, all of the different albums that was engineered or recorded in this studio. They got the plaques up on the wall. So he was coming out as I was walking in, and dude damn near jumped through the wall. He was so scared.
So he know who you are?
Yeah, for sure.
Okay.
When I was on his head back in the day, and I had a mixtape floating around in the hood on the west side called Return of the Real, he had the little line at the end of his song. We say, brass knuckles to your dental, blast suckers in their dimples. Remember that?
Nah, I don't really.
Yeah, it was on that song, I'm a King, whatever. You know. And you know, his whole ass is denied, you know what I mean? But it don't matter. I'm on this bumper now. You know what I mean?
So, all right. How come he gets a pass in the town?
Money.
Okay.
Yeah. You know, you got to pay your way. You know what I'm saying? Like, why you think all of a sudden he on videos talking about cuz? And, you know, what line you pushing? Cuz. Because you paying a bunch of rips to keep you protected. You a bitch. Dang. You know what I mean? That's what it's always been with him. You know? So he always has paid people to be around him and protect him and everything else. You know what I mean? And because, and another thing, you know, you be talking all this street shit, but the infomercial or telling people to snitch, then you took the stand and got them boys up there in Cincinnati that time, but you ain't an informant. You know, it's just like, man, people need to stop giving people passes because they like their music or whatever, you know. And I mean, his music decent, but it ain't that, you know. And
So
the damn show ain't real.
So could I ask you a direct question pertaining to him? Because this has not been verified by anybody. Do you know of anybody in that town of Atlanta or the surrounding counties that he has put in prison?
Not nobody in Atlanta.
Okay.
See, he couldn't put nobody in Atlanta. See, that's a whole nother thing, man. Like, he wasn't involved in no street shit like that. Like, all that shit he rapping is cap. When he doing these interviews and he doing these articles and shit like that, bro, like, that's what be disgusting me, because you saying, yeah, I was buying the guns because it was a list of people who was marked to get killed in the city of Atlanta, bro. That shit comes from the Atlanta child murders. It's actually a book called The List that was written about the Atlanta child murders and the children that was killed during that time. And there was some that was put on the list and there was some that wasn't on the list. So you taking from other stories and other situations that happen in the city, and you going out here and you trying to make this fake made up shit that you got going on with this entertainment shit. Man, I mean, he just like, he's a fucking lame, bro, in every sense of the word.
Damn. Alpha Mega, did you know him?
No, but see, that's why I got off his bumper back in the day, because one of my guys that's like a big homie to me from the city is his god brother, or his older god brother is like related to Alpha Mega.
Okay.
So when I was on his head and I was finna get him out of here, then big homie was like, bro, like, we gotta let him live because of this. Then it was another time that he signed Yola. You remember the kid Yola from Atlanta that died? So he signed Yola because Yola was his competition at the time, because Yola was from ATM, Allen Temple Mafia, which is off MLK. Like, if you know the west side of Atlanta, MLK and Bankhead, they kind of run parallel for one another, right? And if you on 285, you pass MLK, Bankhead is the next exit on 285. So they was in close proximity to one another. Yola had a song that he released independently that blew up. So because of that, he went and signed Yola and shelved him and fucked his career up. But what happened was, one of my guys that I used to hustle with had a baby with Yola's sister. So, and her name Tip. We call her Tip. Her name Tiffany. But what up, Tip? You know, that was what stopped it that time. You see what I'm saying? So it's like, it's been a whole bunch of politics that done saved him in the past. But like I said, you're not getting involved with my business and my affairs no more, homie.
Got you. So even him, because you was telling me about the Atlanta child murders, and you was giving me information on that, giving me research and all that stuff. Do you think it's personal with you, or he just getting into it because it's just something to talk about?
I think it's a little bit of both. I mean, he ain't talked about it. See, this the thing. This is my issue. This is why I got an issue with Will Packer. This is why I got an issue with John Legend. This is why I got an issue with a lot of the people who done got involved with it, they're celebrities and got this huge platform. If you're going to get involved with some shit like this and you're going to exploit it and make money off of it, at least do the public relations work to say this man need to be out of prison and that these families deserve to know who killed their child. Because, see, that shit is dead serious for my city, bro. Like, for the people that's from Atlanta, that shit is dead serious. Like, it was a whole generation of people that was scared to go outside, bro.
I was scared and I was in New York.
Yeah, so
that's serious.
You know, so for people to be playing with it and to be doing what they doing and using their celebrity status, if you gonna get involved with it, just say, hey man, this man need to be out of prison. Y'all done took this man like 40 years and he ain't do this shit. Let this man out of prison, tell these people who kill their children so we all could go home. So, and I ain't gotta make $1 off of it.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. So
let me say this one thing, doggy.
Go ahead.
He went and put the boxing gloves on and had the whole world thinking he could whip Floyd Mayweather, so he can't be scared of me, right?
That's true. I wouldn't fight Floyd Mayweather, and I'm bigger than him. I wouldn't fight. You know.
So if he could I mean, he was talking tough and doing all that extra shit online about Floyd. So if you could whip Floyd and you did whatever you did to Floyd, like you was capping on your Instagram and all that, I mean, you shouldn't be scared to fight me.
So in the city, do people rock with him in the city?
I mean, the younger people do. The people who know what's going on, don't nobody, you know what I mean? Like, nobody. And then at the same time, I'll say this, right? Atlanta is the kind of city, bro, to where, like, they really say it's the city that's too busy to hate. You know, because it really is Southern hospitality. We really do, like, roll out the carpet for folk when they come into town, and you know, it's a hustler city, right? So a lot of times people don't even, unless it directly affects them, they ain't even gonna get involved in certain stuff or talk about certain stuff. So, you know, that's why he been able to last as long as he been able to last, you know, is that type of situation. It's like most people, you can't, if you ain't trying to get in their way, they gonna let you live. You know what I mean? So that's pretty much what it is. But he in my way. I was gonna let it go. Like the other shit that I might end up telling people later on down the line about his pussy ass, like, you know, you was a little bitch that was in a group with Lil Zane when you was 9 years old.
Who?
Dude been rapping since he was 9 years old, bro.
Whoa. T.I. and Lil Zane.
Trap Atlanta was rapping at 9 years old. He was in a group called Little Britches with Lil Zane, bro.
You said little bitches or little britches?
Britches. Like, we from the South.
Pants, like your pants.
Like pants, britches. Because remember, Criss Cross used to wear their shit backwards?
Yeah.
So they was coming out going at Criss Cross and shit, man.
Lil Zane and T.I. was in the rap group.
Man, listen, man. Man, I could tell you some shit, Doggie Diamond. You know what I'm saying?
Tell the world. Everybody wants to know. Shit, my audience loves it.
Respectful, bro, because I don't like to disrespect people's families and, you know what I mean, all that type of shit. Because he a bitch, his family don't deserve, you know what I mean? What I could say, you know? But it's a lot of stuff I could say.
Damn, Lil Zane. What the fuck just happened? Like, hold on.
What the fuck just happened?
Right. Right.
So, Lil Zane is from Atlanta too?
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, they need to get the group back together and shit, though. You know what I'm saying? That's.
I mean, he's trying to make a comeback.
Lil Zane?
Yeah, Lil Zane. I saw him on Instagram.
So, okay, that was T.I. So the next thing that we have to cover is the real Atlanta. What is the real Atlanta? Because, okay, me being a Brooklyn dude, when I think Atlanta, I think of certain names. I think of Jeezy. I think of Gucci. I think of T.I., of course. I think of now this day and time. I think of the Migos. I think of different thing. What is the real Atlanta?
Right. I mean, like, and not to take nothing from none of them. You know what I'm saying? Like, when I say the real Atlanta, I'm not even talking about from the hip hop perspective. I'm talking about from the historical narrative and the lies that's been told to make it seem like it's this, you know, this place where all these great people were doing all of these great things as far as progress for our people and everything else. You know, so like when we go all the way back to MLK was selected by the Rockefeller family.
Martin Luther King talking about.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so, you know, the real person who sat down first on the bus was Claudette Cole. And MLK and Rosa Parks went to college together, and they received communist training at a place called the Mountaintop in Grundy County, Tennessee.
Okay, now, but let me stop you because I'm going to let you go, but I'm going to stop you for 1 second. Now, one thing people don't know about you, right, and they're going to learn because you're going to be on my channel a lot, is the knowledge that you really have on a lot of stuff, and you could spill a lot of stuff. So they think...
Yeah, I think that book is?
Yeah, originally, they're going to feel like you came on here to hate on people that they like, or some people might not like them, but you gonna drop a lot of information, and you know, they're gonna get why you're here. You know what I'm saying? They're gonna get why you're here. So me and you, we have sidebars and conversations. I'm just not gonna just bring anybody on my channel.
That is
you're here for a reason. You know, you're gonna air out your grievances and issues, but yeah, we gonna really the information that they're gonna receive from you, they gonna figure it out. So Martin Luther King and Rosa Parks, go start right there again.
Went to college together at the Atlanta University Center. So Morehouse, Clark, Spelman, Morris Brown is all like in a 10-block radius, bro. They all right there together. You know, and the real leaders of the civil rights struggle was supposed to be Medgar Evers and Fannie Lou Hamer. But they killed Medgar Evers, you know what I'm saying? And they supplanted the movement with MLK. And that was really the end of our community, because with integration, it took away our economy. You see what I'm saying? Like right now in 2022, we saying we need our own this, we need our own that. Well, we had all that before integration took place. You see what I mean? So we don't understand economically what our real power is in consumerism, because we started spending all of the money outside of our community. You know, so although it may seem like it's something small, it ended up being something very diabolical. And the European ain't raised and elevated him up to the status that they done raised and elevated him up for no reason. You know, so that's what I meant by the real Atlanta. You know, when we get into like all of them different acts and everything else, like I love Lil Baby, you know what I'm saying? Like his pops, who just passed away not too long ago, is like from the same area that I'm from, born and raised, you know what I'm saying? I love the Migos, you know, Gucci came into the industry through Big Cat, you know what I mean? And me and Big Cat had some mutual people. So we only met a couple times, but you know, shout out to Emmett, shout out to Rank, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to my brother Giannis Pope, aka Thug Digger, you know what I mean? So we had like some mutual acquaintances or whatever, and still to this day, some of my guys do security for Jesus. You know, so I really don't got nothing bad to say as far as like some of the
artists,
rappers and
the artists, the artists,
yeah,
the rappers. It's not about the art and the entertainment part. Okay.
And you know what I will say is that definitely in like the last 10 to 15 years, like when you see the Alley Boys, Big Blank Black, Trouble, the kid Day Day, you know, Rich Homie Quan, I know some of his people, you know what I'm saying? Like a lot of them dudes really is real Atlanta dudes. Rollo, free Rollo.
That's my guy. Shout out to Rollo. And shout out to Alley Boy. Alley Boy accused T.I. of getting him kicked off Atlantic before.
Well, I mean,
that's in one of my interviews that I did with Alley Boy. Facts.
Yeah, and Alley Boy really is everything he say he is.
No, yeah, I've been around Alley Boy. Yeah, he's
I done been around, you know what I mean?
Yeah, Alley Boy is Alley Boy. Even though when they caught him slipping to LA or whatever, he's still gonna give it up how he give it up. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So but that's part of
the game. It's part of the game.
Anybody who from the streets and they ain't never got their ass whipped, they ain't never been shot at, certain things they lying to you.
Facts. Yeah,
you know what I mean? That's part of being in the streets. You gonna get your ass whipped. You know what I'm saying? You gonna get tested in many different ways. You know.
So let me ask you something. With MLK, if that's the case, he was who you're saying he was. Why did they still why they bodied him, and who bodied him?
Well, he became a problem because at the end he was starting to realize, you know, how bad he had been used against his people. That's why he said he was afraid that he integrated his people into a burning house.
Building.
You know what I'm saying? So, you know, he was trying to, I guess, you know, gain some sort of retribution and rectify the situation.
Mm.
You know, and even we might need to just one time just go really into how deep his assassination was and the lengths that they went to go to get him up out of here. You know what I'm saying? And how many of his homies was really involved with him getting killed.
Like who?
His homies helped line him up.
Like who? Allegedly. We gotta say allegedly. Like who? JJ? JJ?
Man, this ain't even allegedly no more. It's a book called The Plot to Kill King, where it's all laid out because it came out in depositions in the civil suit that the King family won against the federal government.
They did. They do. People don't know that. So
right. So
with Steve Coakley, so let's just say this. Everything Steve Coakley said was right and exact?
Almost everything.
Okay.
Almost everything. But the guy who ended up doing this book is the guy, his name is Dr. William Pepper.
Mm-hmm.
And he was actually friends with MLK before he got assassinated. And he represented James Earl Ray when he was trying to get James Earl Ray a new trial.
Mm-hmm.
And then he also represented the King family in the civil lawsuit that they won against the government.
So James Earl Ray didn't do it?
No. It was an off-duty Memphis police officer that shot him. Right? And he shot him from the firehouse, the fire station barracks. It was actually 2 black firemen that was supposed to be at work today, and they told him, don't come to work this day. And actually, the hotel, the Lorraine Hotel that they was in, it was built like this. Mm-hmm. It was a courtyard overseeing a swimming pool in the inside. MLK's room was on the inside, and Jesse Jackson moved his room to the outside to room 306. And in the deposition, a man named Russell Atkins, who was a Klan member, 33-degree Mason, and a label organizer in Memphis, Tennessee, he actually had Jesse Jackson, Reverend Billy Cowles. Reverend Billy Cowles is the one who Steve Coakley and Dick Gregory put on blast, who told on himself.
Who made a mistake? Yeah, we moved so they could take the shot. Yeah,
right. He told on himself.
Yeah,
right?
he did say that.
Another dude named O.Z. Evans. Mm-hmm. They was all on payroll of this man Russell Atkins, who was being paid by the FBI, by J. Edgar Hoover. You know, and J. Edgar Hoover actually paid what would be the equivalent to like $300,000 in today's economy, right? Mm-hmm. To get James Earl Ray out of prison. James Earl Ray was in prison in Missouri. So they paid a warden at that prison to help him escape a year and a half before they even killed MLK. They did that. So that's how well it was thought out. And J. Edgar Hoover picked James Earl Ray to be the actual killer from a psychological profile. You see what I'm saying? Mm-hmm, because actually his last name, Ray, that's a name that's connected to the Klan. That's one of the last names that's known about in the KKK. You know, and I've had to research this with the Atlanta child murders because the Atlanta child murders, some of these children were actually killed by the KKK. So that's why it was such a big cover up with it.
Got you. So, what about when they were saying that he didn't really die on there? He died by being smothered in the hospital. Did you hear about that?
Right, that's a fact. So, they had orders to take him to, I forget the name of the hospital, but the next time if we do another one, I'll have all the information for you. But the doctor name was Dr. Breen Bland, and he was a Klansman, right? And they were trying to revitalize him. He wasn't dead from the gunshot. He was gonna make it. And they was working on him, and he told everybody to get out. He said, let me stop working on this N-word, get out of here. He ran everybody out of there. And a bunch of other guys came in there and spit on him, and then they put the pillow over his head and suffocated.
And I seen that clip that it was a white guy telling. I think it might have been on the Russian the RT show. But yeah,
Right.
you could look that up. You could look
I
that up
think
for
that was
yourself.
probably Dr. William Pepper. That's
Yeah,
probably the
yeah,
guy that I'm telling you that wrote the book.
yeah.
I think I know what you're talking about.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you
That
could look
was
that up.
that was Dr. William Pepper who
Yeah.
did that interview about it, because when he did that interview, that's when he was promoting the book. Consequently, my second big book that I wrote, Red Pill Alchemy, I probably got about 25 pages dedicated to that. And 2 weeks after my book dropped, that's when Umar Johnson went out there and started talking about what happened with MLK. All of a sudden, he just decided to talk about that. Boom, when my book came out.
Oh man. So but before we go, you said whole light. Why don't you like Brother Polite?
I mean, for one, I know single mothers who he beat out their money on.
Allegedly or facts? Because we can't.
Facts. Like people pay him for stuff that they never got.
Got you. Okay.
You know what I mean? And I know from his origin what really went down with him, and that's why he had to change his whole get down once Prince York came on the scene, because he was lying and saying that he was connected to Dr. York, and Dr. York named his children, and all these different lies that he had made up. And when Prince York came on the scene, he changed all that and said, I gotta keep it real, I never met Dr. York. Remember all that?
Yeah. So he didn't really marry his daughter and all that?
Yeah, then I don't know about that, man. You know, they be saying, you know, this person Dr. York daughter, that person Dr. York daughter, so you never know. You know what I mean? But if you notice, that's when he changed his whole little situation, and he left New York and went out to LA and got Hollywood and started hanging out with all the celebrities and everything.
Yeah, and some fun boys too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we already know what type of time it was. But his whole inception, and even how he got involved in the whole little situation, he got involved with Malik Zulu Shabazz, who, you know, was an operative, and he even filed some faulty paperwork. That's why the old dude didn't never get a new trial or whatever.
Whoa. Say that again?
Malik Zulu Shabazz filed a fake writ of habeas corpus saying that Dr. Malachi York was a Liberian diplomat. That's why he didn't get another trial.
Wow.
He had, I think, 4 people recanted their testimony in his case. But remember, I told you, like, I know a lot about the case. I wasn't never around, but I know a lot about the case because I was supposed to film a documentary about it. You see what I mean? And what happened to me was one of the dudes in their nation, he started attacking me and started calling me an agent and all kind of shit like that. So I just walked away from it.
Yeah.
But one of my main guys, the same guy who made me back off of T.I. bitch ass back in the day because of Alpha Mega, right? My main guy, me and him saw Jacob York bringing the little girls into the studio, telling them he was gonna get them record deals and all that type of stuff. So we saw everything that was going on. But
so you hold on. You saying that you bear witness to that yourself?
Right. Into like 2000 time frame. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. I know the little dude Kush Muhammad who was about to get a record deal because of the situation and everything. My dude who I'm telling you about produced the beat for a song called Who You With for Kush Muhammad, the Logan Cowboy. Little dude from Philly that was connected to their nation. He used to be up at our studio rapping against everybody. He was like 16 years old, and he was an animal. He'll rap against anybody. And we used to be up there at the studio all the time, kicking it. And this particular day, he came in there with some, and they wasn't like 12-year-old little girls and all that type of shit like they say. They was like 17, 18-year-old little girls. You know what I'm saying? And it's a whole bunch of bullshit with that case that people don't know. So I just be quiet about it because it be so much outrage when you tell people the truth about it. you know.
So let me ask you something else. The Boule, you ever heard of that before?
Yeah, for sure. That's a fact. Yeah.
How real is that?
It's 100% real. I just did a post like a week and a half ago about the killing of Ahmaud Arbery. That's why they killed him on 223, because that was the 153rd birthday of W.B. Du Bois, who's like the father of the Boule. You know, but these like the real sellouts and the gatekeepers that try to make sure it's always a halt to whatever we put together that could be beneficial for our people. And 223, by the way, is the reverse of 322. 322 is the number that the Skull and Bones use, and 223 is the number that the Boule use, because of course the founder is his birthday, February the 23rd.
Dang, that's too close to my shit. I'm the 25th. What the fuck is going on? I ain't no motherfucking Boule. I ain't no Boule nut. You know what I'm saying? That's wow. Right. So when we talk about, that's shout out to Steve Coakley too. He did a whole lecture on them.
That's how I first learned about the Boule, through the great ancestor Steve Coakley.
Yes. All you know, all praises due to Steve Coakley, man, because he really was on it, and you know, he was looked at like he was a lunatic, but he definitely was on it. So he was calling out names too. He was giving it up, like he was saying he down with it, he down with it, he down with it, he down with it. Gematria.
If you ask me and I know, I'm gonna tell you if I know.
That's what I'm saying, but so Gematria, you ever heard of that before?
Yeah, for sure.
How accurate is that?
That's, bro, look. Look.
I didn't even know nothing about that. See how the universe works? I didn't even know you wrote something on that.
Yeah, absolutely. So Gematria is a means to be able to create numbers using geometry. Right? And there's different forms of Gematria. You have reverse ordinal gematria, Pythagorean gematria. You have simple gematria. You have Hebrew or Jewish gematria. It's so many different ways that codes get deciphered, right? But I want you to check this out. This is something that somebody sent me today, bro. It's gonna blow your mind when I hit you with this, right? It says World War I was, I guess, what is this? 7/28, 1914. When you take all those numbers together, 28 plus 7 plus 19 plus 14 equals 68. World War II, 1939, 1 plus 9 plus 19 plus 39 equals 68. The invasion of Ukraine, 2/24, 2022, 2 plus 24 plus 20 plus 22 equals 68. When I saw that shit today, I was stuck, because I was like, wow, but that's how they communicate, bro. They don't communicate like we talking right now. They communicate signs and symbols and codes and stuff like that. So, you know.
So what is 68 though?
I haven't had a chance to research it and look it up. But guess what? The next time we do, I will. I had a whole breakdown on it.
So what did 911 mean?
So, okay. All right. So 9/11, right? That is actually the Jewish New Year. So the New Year for them is always around September the 11th. Right? The thing that people need to know about it is that that's why Donald Trump was named president on 11/9 in 2016. Right? You go into the Bible, Genesis 11:9 is the verse about the Tower of Babel. So when it happened, I was telling people that Trump and Pence was the trumpets, right? And that this old world was over with. And that he was purposely put in office to bring about confusion. all of that information about him is in this book. They was calling him orange because orange is the color of death.
What?
Orange is the color of death. That's why it was a show called Orange is the New Black.
Whoa. So,
right,
according to the Moors, black is the black is the according to death. I mean, what did they say?
Right.
Black.
Right. That's
death.
why they say orange is the new black, because when we call ourselves black, there's something called civilia mortis, which means civil death.
Mm-hmm.
You understand? So when we put that on paper, when we fill out applications, when we put it on legal documentation, it gives us no rights. So that's why there was such a push to give us a fake organization called Black Lives Matter, because that actually means dead lives matter, which don't make sense. You see what I mean? But that's why we got to understand all that shit, like the Boule and all these fake ass activists and people who step up, like LeBron James, who had the Boule tattoo on his chest from the time he was first in the league.
Oh, where was the tattoo? What's the symbolism?
It's a griffin bird. You never seen a Boule?
No.
Symbol? Okay. So we're gonna have to do something where we could do screen shares or something so I could break it all down, bro.
Got you.
Yeah.
Wow. What'd you say? Salivid mortis, what'd you say?
Civilia mortis. Civil death.
Got you.
So it's a whole language called legalese.
Yeah.
That's being used against us. So when we go in the courtroom and they say something about an affidavit and they use all these terms like misnomer and all that, if you don't know what that shit mean, you finna get jammed up.
You about to go to up the river.
Right. Right.
Yeah.
So, it's serious. And that's why, we need to get hip to what's really going on when it comes to that.
Got you. So
that's why I fight for inmates too, bro. And I'm big on the wrongful incarcerations and unfair sentencing and everything else, because we got situations. Shout out to my sister, Tamita Bishop, too. We got situations like right now. It's a kid in Georgia. I think his name is Matthew Baker. They trying to give him the death penalty in a case where he was in a car with some white boys that had just did a murder, but he wasn't even at the party that the murder went down. He got in a car with them later, and his co-defendant is telling them that he had nothing to do with this. But they still trying to prosecute this boy and give him the death penalty. And this type of thing is happening all the time. I got other situations where it's a case where a white defendant did the exact same thing that a brother did, and the white defendant got 18 months and the brother gets some crazy shit like 25 years. It's happening all over the country, man.
Crazy. And before we go, the Atlanta child murders, what years was that? What years did that take place?
Officially, they say from 1979 to 1981.
Okay.
I say officially because the murders kept going even after Wayne Williams, was arrested. The murders didn't stop for a while.
They just wasn't publicized or something like that because they figured
they weren't putting it out there because they basically knew that they was gonna railroad him, make him a scapegoat, and they stopped talking about it in the media.
And you're saying that because I saw the movie, I was a baby. I didn't really understand it, but I just knew being in New York City. Well, I couldn't go outside by myself anyway because I was a baby. But I remember my grandmother and them just being scared, like they snatching kids, they killed. But I never forget his face, the glasses and the afro and lights. I never forget that. Like, so that was always like synonymous with fear. That face, you know what I'm saying? And so he was railroaded.
Absolutely.
And made a scapegoat. Wow.
Yeah.
That's just crazy.
I get into it every Wednesday on my podcast at Kid Unleashed.
Okay, yeah, because I wanted to get into that. How many books did you write, and where could these people obtain your books?
My books are on Amazon. I have 2 children books.
Mm-hmm.
This is one of my books, Joel's Journey.
Okay.
This is about Joel is my son's name and my baby brother who passed away in 2011. I dedicated the book to both of them.
Okay.
And this book is about a kid who goes to a museum and has a past life discovery. He realizes that he is the reincarnation of King Tut. Right? So that's the last book. That's my 4th book. This is my 1st book. And this is Ariel's Crown. This is the one I dedicated to my firstborn child. And this is about the journey that she went through in self-discovery, learning to embrace her natural hair. So she went from a African-centered private school called Children of the Most High in Atlanta, and we moved up to the north side off North Druid Hills, which she had to go to a public school, and it was only like her and 3 other melanated babies in her class.
Mm-hmm.
So she was getting picked at about her hair because she got this thick, long, beautiful hair. So it was like me helping her learn to embrace a natural hair, and it was such an empowering moment for her. I just wrote the book, and I actually wrote this book in one day, bro.
Dope.
Because it was just everything that happened, so I just wrote down what happened, basically, you know.
So if they go to Amazon right now, what name should they look under?
Dwayne Hendricks.
Dwayne Hendricks. Okay, so it's public under Dwayne Hendricks, spelled, D-E-W-A-Y-N-E, and then Hendricks, Hendrix, just like Jimmy. Okay.
Jimi Hendrix is my granddaddy's first cousin.
What?
You didn't know that this whole time?
Nah. Well, no. Say that again.
Yeah, Jimi Hendrix is my granddaddy's first cousin, bro. On my mama. My granddaddy lived in New York, and he used to be in the studio with James Brown and some more cats, because James Brown's from Georgia.
Wow.
You know what I mean? And my granddaddy was shooting the shit with James Brown one day and said, "I'm black and I'm proud."
We heard that again.
Bro, I'm telling you, I got an interesting ass story, bro. I'm telling you.
Wow. That's dope.
Yeah. So, and then Margie Hendricks, the lady who was in love with Ray Charles in the movie that Regina King played.
Mm-hmm.
The real life lady, she really did die. That was my granddaddy first cousin too, Margie Hendricks.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's crazy. So the books is under Dwayne Hendricks.
Right. And these other 2.
Where we going with those? What's those about?
This one is Red Pill Alchemy, Can We Beat the Matrix?
Mm-hmm.
And it's basically a continuation of this one. This was the first one that started everything. Supreme Science. Does the Matrix really exist? So all the stuff that we was talking about, as far as from a conscious standpoint, a historical narrative, gematria, numerology, astrology, astrotheology, pulling the wool off your eyes, wiping your third eye clean, all the bullshit that they told you that's a lie, I'm exposing.
Got you. I'm gonna keep it real. I don't believe in none of that astrology shit. I'm just keep it real with you. I ain't gonna lie. You might have to put me on to some shit because I don't be believing all that.
Yeah. So with astrology, right? It's the truest expression of who we are inwardly and outwardly if we learn the components of it, right? And then if we knew astrology, we would understand religion better, because the religious books are really based on astrology. That's why it's telling you things like, "Thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven." Because everything that's happening on Earth is about the microcosm that's connected to the macrocosm. You see? So with astrology, because we went from the age of Pisces, which is the age of I believe, every zodiac age has a motto, right? So we went from Pisces to Aquarius, and the motto for the age of Aquarius is I know. So that's why everything is changing for us as a collective. You see, so you got the Heru hat on, bro.
Yeah, facts. Shout out to Pan-African Designs for this too.
Right, yeah, salute the homie out of Fort Worth.
But he's from Fort Worth?
Yeah.
Oh, well, yeah, that's my guy. PanAfricanDesigns.com. If you like this hat, go to PanAfricanDesigns.com. Yeah.
Right. You know, and this is my clothing line. This is the Kaminu. This is also, you know, based on the Egyptian creation story.
Where my shit at? Well, I ain't got shit.
Man, I got you.
Okay,
you
yeah.
I'll show you what I got. You tell me what you want and where you want me to send it.
Got you.
Yeah.
So, all right. This is what I don't like about astrology, and tell me how I can steer this. When people always attribute people's ways and actions to a sign, but it's a piece of shit throughout the whole zodiac. It's a liar in the whole zodiac. It's a cheater. So I hate when people be like, oh, you know them Geminis, they two-faced. Oh, you know them Capricorns, they stingy. That's what I don't like about it. I think that part about it is bullshit, because it's always dealing with somebody's personality. You know what I'm saying? And it's always attributed to a sign. So
people make too many generalizations about certain stuff, right? But what I'll say is that what ends up happening that people don't realize is that they have the interactions with people based on the fact that a lot of times it's an astrological mismatch. So you ever had a homie or a girl that you dealt with or whatever, and then the shit just work a certain type of way, and you like, damn, like me and her, she don't never be bugging. Like when other chicks be having a problem with me, she don't have a problem with that. And I wonder what's different about her than the rest of these chicks.
I get along with Virgos. I do not get along with Libras.
So you a Pisces, right?
Facts.
Right. So that's what the story of Mary and Jesus all about.
Word?
Yeah. Mary is Virgo, the Virgin. The Virgin Mary, Virgo.
Holy smart. And Jesus is a Pisces?
It's Pisces. That's why the symbol for Christianity is a fish. And when you look at the zodiac wheel, Mary is here and Jesus is straight across from Mary. I mean, yeah, Virgo and Pisces, Jesus and Mary, they right across from each other.
Wow.
That's the whole concept of Mason, the Ma and the son, the mother and the son. Jesus and Mary, Heru and Aset. That's why in all ancient cultures, there's an image of the Madonna and child.
Facts.
You see what I mean? So like all of the ancestors, they had all the science, and all they did was they took our original sciences, made it a religion, gave us the watered down version of it while still worshiping what we originally had.
Facts.
That's why when you look at the dollar bill, what's on it? The pyramid. Right? They say the all-seeing eye, but this is your pyramid. This is your all-seeing eye at the top of the pyramid.
Facts, yeah.
This gives you the breath of life, and this is the eye that you see in the dark with. You see what I mean? And it tells them in their Bible that Jacob wrestled with an angel and saw God face to face in a place called Peniel.
And changed his name to Israel.
Right.
Yeah.
That's what the story of the unicorn is in the Bible.
The
one eye, cornea, corn, unicorn, the one eye is right there. That's why a unicorn always has what? A horn right there where a third eye would be. So I'm the one, like, for the people who gonna learn, I'm the one who gonna make all that bullshit that y'all was believing in reality. I'm gonna tell you what it's really about. You know what I mean?
Yeah, me and you had like some private bills. Like, holy, yeah. We gonna get into it. So yo, I know you as Heru. You know what I'm saying? That's why I put on his hat too. I was like, yo, he gonna like the hat. And just the funniest thing is that the homie who run that owns his line is both of our homies. You know what I'm saying?
Correct.
So yeah. So damn, they gonna ask for you back. Now, this is what I want y'all to know. You have your own YouTube channel. Let them know that.
That's a fact. I got 2 YouTubes. So we got United Streets YouTube. That's the United Streets of America.
Mm-hmm.
And that's myself, Gangster from Santana, OG Brady from Carver Park, Melly Mel, the Hood Postman, and B Bop, right, from Carver as well. And then my personal YouTube is Kaba Ib Atunre. So that's KABAIBATUNRE. And that means the spirit, soul, and heart of the undifferentiated one.
Okay, they ain't gonna remember all that. So what's your Instagram?
Instagram is Darealyoungbred.
Exactly. Let's just give them something simple, and then they could just they put it in the chat room right there. Shout out to Dark Side You African. You know what I'm saying?
That's my little bro. For sure.
Shout out to the little bro. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, they gonna ask for you back. And you know, we gotta do critical builds because you know, this whole thing called the conscious community is in disarray, and there's been a lot going on. And
right.
You
so
know,
we ain't even get a chance to talk about how Tariq Nasheed tried to steal the Atlanta child murder story too.
Oh damn!
And he a sucker. I still got the emails to read. So you know, and that's the thing about everything that I'm saying, bro. Everything that I'm saying about any of these celebrities or whatever, I'm gonna tell you what happened. Who was there? So when I say what I said about T.I. that night, Big Country, his homeboy from PSC, that he never did shit for in the music industry was there. Sean Paul from the Youngbloods was there. His homeboy Great Britain, who he grew up with, that he never did shit for, never helped in the music industry, was there. Big Country little sister was there. My homeboy B, you know I saved your life because when you got fly out the mouth with me when my roster was in the back seat and he was gonna dome you that night, I told him not to.
What the hell just happened? What we doing here, bro?
I'm telling you.
Chill.
Man, doggy. What I'm saying is that I'm gonna either give you the receipts.
Got you.
Or if it's a story, I'm gonna tell you who was there and what was going on. They was in the B room, a Patchwork studio, and they was watching pornos up on the big screen TV.
A bunch of men together?
Yeah.
Nah, show over. No. That's straight up and down fun boy activity.
Show.
That's that they was trying to ham and egg after that. Damn.
Yeah.
No.
I mean, they was some young dudes and real impressionable. And
I don't care.
Yeah.
We might have put in the tape, but it was some shorties around. I ain't never sit around a bunch of dudes watching.
But no, it was a couple of girls there. I ain't know them though. The only girl that was there was that I knew was Big Country little sister. So
all right. So you're not trying to say Big Country was in there watching porno with his sister?
They wasn't just sitting there watching the porno though. People was walking in and out.
I never had a porno on anywhere where my sister was at. That's what I'm saying. No.
Yo, I'm just telling. I was going up there to meet. It was a Zach that was up there because it was his last song on his first album, and that's when he rapped a little one more thing. Fuck what you done heard about Atlanta. We finna change the standards. Rubber bands instead of platinum. And when I first started in the music industry, my company was Rubber Band Records.
Damn. It's always tying back to this dude somehow. It's crazy.
He's a sucker, man. He's a sucker.
Nona Hendrix, she ain't no kin to you, right?
Yeah, she is, actually. I don't know how close the relation is, but with the Hendrix family, it was two brothers that decided to change their last names to make the distinguishing, I guess, from this side of the family to this side of the family.
Mm-hmm.
So one of them started spelling their name with a Y. I don't know how long ago it was. I'm just telling you like what the elders and stuff told me. Shout out to Auntie Pam and Auntie Joyce as well. Happy belated birthday, Auntie Joyce.
Hey, yeah. All right, so bro, I'm gonna sign you out.
Yo,
The Instagram is Darealyoungbred.
Darealyoungbred.
Darealyoungbred. You on Twitter? Do you tweet?
I just tweet like the when we do the clubhouses. That's about it. But it's the same. Darealyoungbred on Twitter.
Okay, Darealyoungbred.
Anybody tap in right there, they'll be able to find me everywhere else because I'm gonna have my link tree. It got all my stuff because I got books, I got a clothing.
I'm gonna send you something else better than Linktree. I'm gonna send you something else better than Linktree.
For sure. Okay,
yeah,
cool.
It's something better than Linktree that I use. I ain't gonna say what it is unless they want me to. But I'll send it to you. But it's something better. It's still free the same, but it's a little bit more intricate and detailed that you could really put your stuff in there. And you know, it's better than just them regular links. So y'all saw him here first. So when y'all see other, because they like for me to break people and they like to for me to bring people on. At first they say, who the hell is this? You know, he's a nobody. Then when they start getting lit, then the other channels want to come. And then Vlad start hitting you and people like that start hitting you.
Everybody that want to interview me got to go through Doggie Diamonds. That's how it's going to go. So anybody holler at Doggie Diamonds first.
And we got this other play that we putting together too that's going to blow their mind. You know what I'm saying? We got these other plays that we putting together. So again, shout out to the homie Cash for connecting us. Cash was on my base like, nah, you gotta get with the homie. And then once he did, we've been doing our thing. So I'm gonna sign you out. Text
let me shout out.
Go ahead.
I gotta shout out OG Melly Mel.
Yes, sir.
OG Brady, OG Gangster, BG Bop, my business partner, Melvin Farmer, Ayatollah Marv, Skip Townsend, Willie Hurd, and Bodacious Bub. Them all the big homies, man. I gotta holler.
Yes, shout out to all of them, and you're gonna see them on the channel too.
And one more person. It's gonna be hell in my city because the big homie Farnsworth touching down 3:30.
And
my dog got a date. He been in the feds for the last 7 years. They tried to get my dog 114 because of the gang injunction, but he beat it. So he coming home. He go to the halfway house on the 30th.
Hey, that's what's up. So I'm gonna sign you out, and shout out to we doing something with Evil too soon from Fort Worth. Absolutely, Evil and Punky. Got you. Yeah, I got a laundry list. You know, it's about to get crazy on here. You know what I'm saying? About to be lit. So what's going to happen is that he'll be back soon. We're gonna let this rock. Right now, we slated to do 11,500 views. Wow. Yeah, 11,500 views. So I could show him already. It's over the course of the next 24 hours. Yes. Mm-hmm. Oh wow. Look, okay. I'm showing everybody the number right there, so nobody can't think I'm fronting. It's right there. You know what I'm saying? So yeah. So I'm gonna sign you out, bro, and I'll text you later on. Do me a favor, text me the gram, so I definitely could text me the gram in your personal, cause on your YouTube, that's where you build that on your YouTube. Yes. Okay, so text me both of those. Text me all three: the United Streets, your Instagram, and the other YouTube, your personal YouTube, and I'll just put them all as the first link in the description box. You know what I'm saying? So cool. Yo, I'll be with you later on. Peace. All right, bro. Peace. Yep, peace. All right, y'all. So that was a interview that we had kind of planned since Friday. So it wasn't spur of the moment, but I didn't get a chance to really do the artwork and put it up there so y'all knew. But y'all got the notification. How y'all got the notification? Y'all popped out for us. This was a great show, very informative. Yeah, so shout out to y'all for being here. Make sure you hit that like button before you go, because it's a lot of people that was in the room, but the likes are a little low. So the ratio to likes to the people that was in the room has not been, you know, it's only 400 likes, but it was up to 1,000 and some change people in the room. So we definitely got to get those likes up. All that, yo, he a hater, this, that, and the talk. I hear what people saying. Again, that's his opinion or how he feel. Also, he said he got receipts for a lot of things he's saying. So again, I know when people speak against people that y'all favor or y'all like or y'all think is popular, the first thing y'all do is call them a hater until they show improve. You know what I'm saying? But it happens like that. It is what it is. I'm not mad at nobody. I know what I'm doing. One thing that y'all gotta know, I am the interview motherfucking king for a reason. I navigate this shit in this space. I created this lane, and you see everybody doing it right now, and you see and you're gonna understand why I do what I do and why I wear that crown. I could take somebody that you never heard of a day in your life and make this shit pop. Everybody can't do that. You know what I'm saying? Everybody can't do that because they don't know the dialogue that they supposed to have. And this is the first time me and him, besides our phone conversations, this is the first time we actually built like this. You know what I'm saying? So it's gonna be more. It's yeah. But I need y'all to hit the like button so this could go through where it need to go through. And you know what I do, man. This is you know. The love that I got for y'all makes me bring different content on and different type of people. We could talk to these rappers all day, but who really bringing information? You know what I'm saying? So with that, man, make sure you share it to your Twitter, share it to Facebook, share it to everywhere. I know everybody named Mama got a Facebook. So what I need y'all to do, just go to it and hit the share and just show it on your Facebook. Like, yo, y'all need to see this bill. Shout out to everybody in the chat room. Shout out to everybody in the chat room. There's always love and respect for people who show me respect. Shout out to everybody who sent the Cash App, who gonna send the Cash App later on. Yo, y'all motherfuckers, y'all important. You know what I'm saying? But you also know if you need promotion, I got a bunch of promo going out tomorrow. The Cash App is pinned to the top, but I got a bunch of promo going out tomorrow. If you need promo for only $100, I promote whatever you need on my social medias and my website. That's my Twitter, Facebook, Insta Stories, YouTube community, and my website, www.doggydiamondstv.com. Hit me up on Instagram at Doggy Diamonds for your promo, serious inquiries only. Also, what I'm going to start doing too is I'm going to start, if you want to be a part of the show as far as promotion, you see where this banner is at down here? I'm also selling these slots right here too. So if you want your banner to your product, to your album, whatever, we're going to put your banner right here too on the live streams, and you're going to be seen by at least 10 to 20 to 30 to 50,000 people. You know what I'm saying? That's how real it is. So shout out to everybody for rocking with me, man. On that note, I'm Doggy Diamonds, about to hit this outro music, and yeah, I'll catch y'all later on. In the meantime, man, y'all be safe. Y'all enjoy the rest of y'all night. Yeah, that's it. Peace. You are now watching Doggy Diamonds TV. Make sure you subscribe to this channel. Also, you want to hit the bell so you can get all notifications of when I'm going live or when I upload new content. And don't forget to like, share, and leave a comment on this channel. Peace.